All is one, everybody. Today is Sunday, July 26th, 2026. And we are doing one of our divination drills that we do every week. And today we are going to be talking about the Buck Moon, which is coming in 3 days on the 29th. Um, so a little bit about the Buck Moon. It's called the buck moon because male deer, the bucks, that's when their antlers like start growing at this time of year. They start getting real big, you know what I'm saying? Start getting real aggressive. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's when those little antlers starts to grow. They're new ones anyway. As far as the zodiac, this one is going to be in Aquarius, emphasizing themes of community, personal power, and future goals. Okay. So, speaking more about the spiritual part of this, forward thinking change is something to consider during this moon. So, um, you want to be embracing your unique self. So focus on letting go of the need to fit in and celebrate what makes you different. Okay. Stand strong in your truth. Okay. Intend to speak your mind and honor your personal boundaries with confidence. Okay. All right. Um, as far as community connections and things like that, you want to be building meaningful friendships. You want to set an intention to find and connect with people who share your values. Okay, find your tribe. Okay, don't be don't trying to uh always be in community with people who don't understand you is just a bad idea. Period. Like, and you kind of have to sometimes at your job, right? And certain members of the family are never going to be like you, okay? And that's fine, right? We want individuality, right? We want a mix, you know what I'm saying? However, you really need to work on fostering your relationships with people who are like-minded. Okay, that will keep you mentally in check because there's people that's not going to understand what you're going through. But you could come to somebody like me and be like, "Bitch, what is this? What is this? What's happening?" And they can put another set of spiritual eyes on a thing. They can help you talk through a process or a problem. I talked a couple days ago about how people don't have problem solving skills. That's because A, you're childish, and B, you're en route with childish people who don't think outside the box. You can't do that. You got to find some people who are forward thinking. Okay, people who think big, bitch. You're thinking small. You need to think big. Okay, that's where we're at. All
Think
right.
big, bitch. Think big, bitch.
um, and then also support collective growth. Okay, so you're going to focus on how you can use your talents to help local community or cause you care about. So, Katie, who happens to be in here, she's on lunch break. She's not going to be able to fully participate, but Katie and I have we're going to be participating in an event in August that's in our community. It's a women and girls event. Okay, and two of the people from Tank and Norman from Tank and the Bangas is going to be there. Okay, so we're getting back into the community. Yesterday, I was downstairs. I have a light skinned girl who works at the rental office downstairs, and I had told her a couple weeks ago I was going to bring the candles down so she could smell them, and I forgot. But yesterday, I remembered. I took every candle. She said, "Oh, these are good. These smell good." She loved every scent. Okay, so go to vibeandhighcolumbus.com and get you some candles. But they're intention candles. So we had a whole like spiritually led conversation, and she liked it. She's really young. She's like in her early 20s, and she doesn't have too many people that she can talk to about certain things. And one of the things she mentioned, she said, there's a handful of black people in our community, a couple of Africans, and then there's a couple of like Mexican and Latino families. And then there's a bunch of elderly white people. Okay. Like most of the property is elderly white people. And she was like, I mentioned a couple days ago, I said, "Oh, we got two black girls in the office now, right? Because I live in the suburbs. Okay. I live with them white folks. Okay. But we got two black girls down in the office now. Okay. We ain't never had two. We always have like one black person. They do keep it to where there's usually a black person working down there. But now we got two, and they both females, and they both light skinned. It's all the powers. Okay, we're just having a time. And I had mentioned, I said, "Well, we got two," and she said, it's with the black people who live here, it's a vibe. Like she gets so happy to be in community with the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Um, because there's a lot of times we can't be in community with each other for various reasons, right? And sometimes it's our fault because we don't be doing right by each other. You know what I'm saying? Um, but sometimes it's just the situations. Like you can't. Sometimes at work, I work at a law firm. There's a black girl at the front desk. So when I go pray, I go past her every day, so I can see her, be in community, and we was in solidarity with her for like 5 minutes, and then I go back on to my business. So we got to make sure we're fostering those types of relationships with people in our community. So as far as like intentions and things like that, we're going to focus on the future vision and growth, okay? And releasing old limitations. Now, this is always a thing with the full moon. That's not, my part's not really nothing new. However, we're going to use the full moon's energy to let go of self-doubt or outdated habits holding us back. We're going to manifest big goals, okay? What I say? You're thinking small, bitch. You got to think big, okay? Set clear intentions for your long-term dreams and the future you want to build, okay? So you can consider like what specific areas of your life are you focusing on right now, whether it be career or relationship, personal growth. Um, and then focus on maybe like a simple ritual that you can do to help those intentions. So candle work, okay? I'm always say candle work. Do you a lamp, okay? If you want to Hugan students, he love a lamp. Hugan loves an oil lamp, okay? Get you some olive oil, about 3 herbs, and some white roses, okay? White rose petals, okay? All right. A little bit of opulence, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of love, because roses always mean love. But white roses could be the love of your mind. If you ever, that's again, we think of big, you're not thinking small, okay? Love of your mind, having a relationship with your internal mental growth, okay? You know, fostering fostering mental strength, mental abundance. Okay. Um, so those are things that you could do. So we're gonna get these divinations started. Looks like Katie had to drop off because she was on her little break. Let me see. There's some stuff in the chat. Let me read real quick. Um, Oshunfala said the moon is in my moon. Yay! Um, this one is in Manze's Mars. Also, yay! Um, So, and Katie also put the Vibin, it's Vibin, hi, HIGH, Columbus, like the colonizer, because that's where we live, .com. So, vibinhighcolumbus.com is the website. Um, Katie's been making new ones. So, we're having a time. So, we're about to get started. So, the first question, since there's only 3 of us, first question we are going to ask for ourselves are, what do we need to focus on for ourselves for the upcoming buck moon? Be specific and say buck moon this time, because sometimes we just be saying the moon and shit. So we want to make sure we're uh, focusing the energy a little bit more with our words, being a little bit more intentional. So ask, what do you specifically need to focus on for this buck moon? Okay. So they was loud again. I was like, I'm gonna pull the top card and pull randomly from the middle. And they was like, no, you're not. You're just gonna read from the top.
Oh, well,
Okay, all right. All right.
hold that. I'm
Let me just go ahead and mind my business then.
gonna go ahead and shuffle over here. I had to do a couple of things. Feed Miss Madam Moon over there. She was just waiting outside the door when I opened the door.
That's so funny. I want y'all to know that I got the 5 of discs again. And I want y'all to know that it keeps coming up, okay? My God. They will not.
It's been a frequent one for me lately with my divinations too.
Really?
Not today, but
That's so funny.
yeah, it's been popping up here and there. Like, leave me alone.
Mm-mm-mm. So my first card was the six. Sorry, there we go. 6 of Cups. Okay. That's my 6 of Cups. Again, I have the for those that are watching this later, this is the Orisha Tarot. This is the one that I have. This does not mean that Orisha speak through tarot. It means that the lessons in the cards relate to Orisha stories in Pataki. Not that the Orisha are speaking through the tarot. Okay, I had to clarify because people play too much. All right. Because if I post this, I don't want nobody getting their feelings. Talk about I said. No, that's not what I said. Something I
Not
said.
at all.
Not what I said at all. Um, so regarding the symbolism in this card, because I know my cards look a little bit different, they're a little special. So there are 4 white coconut pieces for the divination sign Alafia or peace. Honey to bring sweetness, cocoa butter, and powdered egg shell. Uh, that's something that people use to feed their ori. It's also called the powdered eggshell is also called cascaria, which a lot of people know by that. And it can be mixed to make ifun, which is another tool of you can do lots of things with ifun. The crossroads symbolizing our choice in maintaining peace, and a gourd with water to pray for this peace. So, when this card comes out, life is to be enjoyed, and this person needs to explore what is getting in the way of that. Sometimes it's external situations that need to be changed, like getting a new job. Other times it's our expectation and emotional habits that need to be changed. Are we expecting everything to be over the top wonderful? Is our pessimism souring life? A good time that should be enjoyed, simple pleasantries that ease the heart and mind, a need for rest and ease amidst the busyness of life, and spiritual growth and peace. Now, it's the end of the month, okay? At my job, there is no peace this week, okay? So that particular part where it says a need for rest and ease amidst the busyness of life really is hitting my heart, okay? So basically I need to work when it's time to work and not when it's not time to work is what I'm picking up on. Okay. If I make good choices during the day, I don't have to worry about all the things I didn't get done. So I probably need to focus a little bit. Um, and the reason why I say that is because my next card is Temperance. Okay. So the symbolism in this card, again, because mine is a little different. You can see there's a person on top and a person on the bottom, right? And this is dirt. Okay, this is supposed to represent the earth. So a person and their ori showing the connection that mirrors our life in the spirit realm. The spirit being in the earth to acknowledge older, now lost beliefs. So part of this is part of the explanation of this particular card is that in some places, and we talked about this in a previous class, in some places, you're able to bury your family members on your land, and you don't need like a whole bunch of permits and stuff like that. And so the legacy is you're living with the legacy. You're living with the energy of the ancestors and the spirit of the ancestors, and you're supposed to be expounding upon um, those things. Doesn't always happen. Um, but that's what you're supposed to be doing. So when we see this card in a reading, we need to talk about the level of connection the person has with the people, with what people call their higher selves. Are they active, engaged in conversation with this part of themselves, or are they resisting this guidance? This card speaks to deep connections of the possibilities of growth, especially spiritual. It is a card where cultivation of coolness and good character are essential for finding the blessings in their life. So the other card also talks about that. The card talks about Omi Tutu in the Six of Clubs. So here we go again. Here we go again. Me not being crazy, me not being, angry and feisty. I don't know if y'all met me, but me not being feisty is crazy. Um,
Very.
so, me having to chill out a little bit. This card speaks of times when intuition shows us the way forward to blessings we could not have imagined. Yet often people do not listen, having been taught instead to listen to the rational side of themselves only. The level of this kind of internal conflict will determine everything in this person's life. Growth, happiness, and prosperity coming from one's spiritual alignment, a chance to fulfill your destiny, guidance from people with deep insight, and hard work paying off. So I definitely need to focus on where I'm going, going into this full moon, and not necessarily focusing on the past. And then here we go, my favorite that keeps popping up: Five of Discs. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So Babaluaye is the person right here, and that is Shango. In this particular card, Babaluaye is wearing burlap and he's been begging. Shango is on his white horse for the aid of a true friend. Shango's acts as a sign of justice that will win in the end. So it's kind of hard to see, but Shango has the axe in his hands. All right. Social contracts are precarious and difficult things to navigate. Once circumstances push us out of the places we used to belong, it's hard to regain that status. Often the things that make people targets are beyond their control, but people are rarely understanding of this, instead blaming the victim for what is beyond their control instead of looking at themselves. Accept the help that is being offered. Do not stay where you are not wanted. A chance to regain what you have lost in a new fashion. Um, I wonder if they're telling me to quit my job, child. But not really, because I don't want to be a beggar. You know what I'm saying? I gotta set some stuff up first before I can quit my job. I just, that was the first thought that came to my head, but I'm gonna have to sit with this one for a second before I really figure it out. So, I'm gonna take a little picture and put it in my little document, and then I'm gonna think on it. But yeah, probably this is more like if I focus on the things I'm supposed to be doing, I'll be able to manifest the things that I want and not have to be a beggar, because in my prayers have turned into begging and I don't like that. So I need to work on some things to make sure that when I'm praying for the thank yous and not the having my hand out all the time. That's just me. So who wants to go next?
I can go.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I use my Angel Wisdom Tarot this time, which I do love because it has like archangels associated with the cards, which is fun. The first one I got is the Ten of Water. Whoa, that glare. Which is like Ten of Cups, basically, in a traditional tarot. And this one I know is just really asking me to like foster my relationships, the ones that fuel me. Um, the ones just like how you were talking about before you even started. The ones that fuel you, the people who are more aligned with you, whether it's your family, whether it's your chosen families, your communities, things of that nature. But I also feel like it has to do with relationship of self as well, considering the other cards that have come out here. And um really, because I feel like with me too, it's like not to I kind of just, I won't say give up a lot, but I kind of just, because like for me, like the people who are closest to me are the furthest away to me in distance. And I'm not really good with like the whole online interaction thing. So a lot of the times I just kind of get like a little hopeless about it. I'm like, oh, whatever. And I start to pull away instead of like fall into those people. So I feel like this is just really asking me to like be cognizant of that. Because there also is a side of me that feels like I am growing closer to these people, not only in heart, but also too in distance, that I'll be closer to my people the more I foster these relationships, obviously. So yeah, I feel like this is really just telling me not to seclude, not to retreat as I usually do, which I can kind of already feel myself doing. So they're like, no, we're not gonna do that
Which we
today.
also just talked about because you got
Yes. And yeah, and again, this is in my moon. This moon is in my moon. So like yeah, my emotions I can be very much instead of facing them, I retreat. And that my emotions are very like heightened just in general, but also with like a lot of my situations. So yeah, just being like aware of that and not retreating. And also again, like I said, not giving up on myself, considering the next cards that follow. We have the ego card, which I forget what this is in the traditional. Is this no, justice is here. Ego, this isn't death. Is this might be the devil card.
What's the number on the
The
card?
number is 15. What's 15?
Yes, that's the devil card.
I was gonna say it sounds like the devil card.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And with this one, I really feel like it's like those limited beliefs. Like I'm definitely the one to shackle myself um with pretty much anything I do. I think big, but then I don't believe in myself enough, so then I start to make myself small. Which we're not doing. So it's really, yeah, eradicating those limited beliefs, the destructive behaviors, that I do to just like, because I'm that person that, again, we've talked about this before, I'm all or nothing. So I'm like, I feel like if I don't have it, like, yeah, if I don't have the relationships here with me, if I don't have this already set out, I'm like, okay, well then I'll just throw it all away and start again with something else. And so I feel like, yeah, this is really the moment of just like continuing to go towards my vision, continuing to get out of this place of like self-preservation. Because yeah, it's this concept that like I'm protecting myself when really I'm just limiting myself. Those are two very different things. So being able to, yeah, believe in myself when it comes to my vision and what I'm trying to cultivate within my life, within my relationships, within my aspirations, within my goals, within my dreams, all of that kind of stuff. And whatever I am unhappy with is just like being intentional about the changes that I want and need to make within my life and really like accepting responsibility for it instead of just like tucking my tail and feeling like the world is against me. But whatever. And then the last card I got is the moon card in reverse, which is funny that we get the moon card in reverse. And the moon is also symbolism of my sun sign, which is Pisces. Um, but the fact that it's in reverse kind of gives me hope because I feel like it's that thing of like breaking the illusion that we see here, breaking so like things are happening successfully. If I'm looking at it chronologically. But it's really also to that thing of like it's going to be so painfully clear that I just can't continue because there are things that like I see and feel, but again, I'm not trusting myself. I'm not trusting things, and it's difficult because like a lot of the times my ancestors will intentionally be like, nope, we're not going to tell you. Nope, we're not going to, because they're wanting me to rely on my intuition because I already fucking know kind of thing, you know what I mean? So they're like, no, we're not going to sit here and validate you all the time. Because you already know. So it's one of those things where it's like it's come to a point where it's like you're painfully aware of who you are. You're painfully aware of what you need to do. You're painfully aware of where you need to go. So yeah, at this point, it's just like this reverse moon is just like there's no like illusion is usually always a decision, but like the delusion is getting pretty bad. So we're breaking that this moon cycle. which is wonderful and also kind of terrifying because again, it's like having to take that responsibility. I have to be the
Shit or get off the pot,
yeah.
basically. That's what they say.
And so yeah. Yeah. And I do see like a lot of things are coming together energetically and spiritually for me. It's just like I'm frequently just because like how I grew up and all of that, I'm frequently like, nope, the physical proof isn't there. So I must be going crazy. I gaslight myself. I'm like, no, this is not, I'm not really aligned because like my look at my life, it's still out of whack. And so I'm like, nope. But it's like I gotta keep up going. I gotta keep up the momentum. I can't be afraid. Ah, I just randomly looked at two other cards that kind of popped out. Which is yeah, it's the Eight of Water. So like leaving behind things that don't vibe with the vibe, and also the Dreamer taking a chance. This is the Fool. In the traditional tarot, but in this one, it's like taking the chance, the leap of faith, trusting in yourself, letting go of the old, so you can really move into your becoming. Yeah.
So I would
And
also like to point
third,
out, because you said it, I'm gonna point it out. A lot of people think that spiritual alignment means ease or like no trouble, no drama, like perfection. And that is not what that means. Because sometimes your spiritual alignment needs to be shaken. You
right.
gotta get jostled around,
Yeah.
thrown about sometimes to shake some things off. And it doesn't mean that you're out of alignment. It's things that you just need to shed and get rid of.
Right.
Because
And
you are getting in alignment, there's things that you're outgrowing. There's situations you're
exactly.
outgrowing, there's people you are outgrowing. So tower moments don't mean something is wrong.
Means something's heading in the right direction. And I
Mm.
think that's what it is too, is because like even when you're in the spiritual journey and you hear people who are like, oh, if things are going wrong in your life, then that means something's, like you're doing, because that's why I'm always like, so what am I doing wrong? And that's why I think I'm like, I'm doing all these things. I'm doing something wrong clearly because I have this narrative in my head that, oh, you don't have this. That means this is fucked up. You don't have this. That means you're not doing well spiritually. So I'm like, okay, so clearly since things are going crazy, I'm doing something wrong. But it's like, no, let's allow time for the dust to settle. Let's get those white people and their visions out of your head and let's focus on what we're doing here. So yeah. Yeah, I gotta trust in the vibes that I'm getting. I know the vibes. I just gotta trust them.
Good job, bitch. You doing a good job.
Thank
Good job. Manze.
All right, darling. Mine's is very interesting because it actually ties into everything I'm dealing with right now. So, first card I got was the Ace of Cups. And from what I'm getting from this is definitely releasing emotional baggage from the past. Um, I have been very, very stressed out lately, but I need to let that shit go. And also practice deep self care. Like basically, it's more than I think this has been coming up a lot for me lately as far as self care goes. Like being able to tell people no when it's not benefiting me, when it's taking me away from what it is I'm trying to do, if it's something that's draining my energy. Um, some people, again, they're still not understanding if my phone is on do not disturb and you're calling me and it's not letting you through, that means that I'm not available. I don't understand the back-to-back phone calls and the follow-up text messages. So having to reinforce that during this time as well. And it's pretty much kind of being in my authority about it and being like, I'm not going to say it again. Um, and then I got the Knight of Swords. So pretty much with everything that I'm planning to do with this upcoming month. With the Knight of Swords, it's like I'm being told to be clear in my actions that I take. One of the things that stood out to me was the bird up here. And it has like the little lines coming from its mouth, like as though it's making its chirping sound, which means that it's speaking clearly. It's speaking its mind because we know that the swords are the air signs of the deck and are the clear, not the clear, the communicators and the logical and reasoning suit of the deck. So speaking my truth directly, but also avoiding unnecessary arguments with people. It's giving I said what I said energy, and that's what it's going to be. There's no need to go back and forth with people, especially when it's just like it's it is isn't even worth like the level of energy that I could just be wasting on people. But I also need to stop overthinking about the steps I need to take next on what it is that I've been thinking about and manifesting and meditating on. So this is not a time to be sitting here on my hands like, oh, am I doing this right? Is this gonna No, you know what I know what I'm gonna do. I know what's coming up. I know what I need to do. I just need to move forward and know that everything is going to work out the way it needs to. Then I got the Nine of Wands, telling me to protect my boundaries. Because again, with that Knight of Swords, people are going to come with BS from every angle. And it's like I have to stand my ground with people. I can feel a lot of tension in the air around me at home, at work. So it's like I could tell that there's tension there, but it's like, listen, like I don't care how how your perspective is of me. It's just it is what it is. And basically I know that also it's been very tiring. I know that I'm on the brink of a breakthrough right now. So this is also telling me like not to give up right when we're at the finish line. Things have been quite difficult lately. I have been feeling exhausted. Um, there are moments where I do feel I can tell when the stress is starting to get to me. So I take a step back and I tell myself like everything's going to be all right. Like stressing about the situation is not going to make things move faster. One of the things too is I've been getting the message of learning to rest. Um, and this is resting in knowing that everything is going to work itself out. We can't keep constantly, like when you're cooking something, you can't keep opening the pot lid to see if it's cooking or not. It's like the fire is there. You see it smoking, you see it's doing what it's doing. There's no need to keep coming back every 2 minutes to check and see if it's doing what it needs to do. So this full moon is telling me like you need to just know that everything that you've been working toward is going to work out. It's going to work out. Just have faith and know that it's going to work out.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what we're going to try to do now is we're going to summarize our reading in one sentence.
Mm.
Okay. So I was prepared for this because I know my going to be. So basically, I need to I need to not maybe see I had it and now I have to rethink it. I need to be compassionate to the plight of others and make sure that I am walking in dignity and not antagonizing or adding negativity to the situations. That's my task, which is going to be difficult because I work with the public, and they had me all types of upset last week. So it's like, no, 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 don't do that. Don't let these people make you upset. So, whichever one of you is ready for your one sentence. Fala's looking.
I'm like, no, I think I got it. So it's about being true to myself. So on leaning in to the authenticity of my life within my relationships and what I'm moving toward, and releasing all that doesn't serve.
Okay.
Taking a chance
Do you add
and
not a sentence anymore?
it's a run-on sentence.
The social
Trusting your people, trusting yourself.
Okay. Okay. All right. It's a social media sentence with no punctuation.
At all.
Go ahead.
It's trying to get the 500 words, comma, comma, comma.
Right. Dot. Go ahead, Monze.
All right. So mine is take care of yourself. Um, be clear about what you got to do and stand your ground.
All right. So the next question, so we got a little time. The next question is going to be, how can I be better at showing up for my community? That's the next question. How can I be better at showing up for my community? I got an interesting. I see Oshun Fala's face. I think did you get something interesting? Because I did.
I got something very much something I've already been thinking about.
You see,
You
look
already knew.
look at how it works. Um, so my first card was the Knight of Wands. Okay. So the symbolism is in this is a priest of Ogun is loading the remains of a ceremony into a truck for disposal. A selection of places that might be marked for destinations um, are in the distance: the ocean, the crossroads, and the woods. Those are the disposal type places. Garbage bags highlighting the modern versus historical relationship to waste. Because, we got to dispose of things properly now. We can't just be throwing stuff everywhere. That and where we live, we're just, we live in America. We can't just be putting stuff outside like that. So basically, this says others rely on you. Do not let them down or let them take advantage. Trust in your strength, but do not use it all up. Um, Being stronger than others is a blessing and a curse that can open doors or bring about competition and jealousy. Do not cut corners. Be polite. Do not linger in hot places like crossroads type places, which goes back to the coolness of the first reading. Do not do things halfway. Be mindful of the law, because as we said, the way we have to dispose things of, where we live, we can't just be throwing shit outside. We can't just be putting clothes in the river. we can't do that. Um, so that makes sense because others do rely on me. I'm a teacher of the things. I have students. So that's definitely something I always have to keep in mind to be responsible to my flock. Second card I got was the Knight of Discs. So two knights, okay, two knights and an ace actually. So the Knight of Discs. This one has a drummer playing a bata drum and singing, lost in the flow of all the parts in their work. And then a range of shakers and other instruments used to call the Orisha symbolize the breadth of knowledge they must have. Um, this person walks a line between ordered growth and chaotic growth. It sounds just like me. If they get too focused on the end result or too lost in themselves, then their work will be spoiled. They require patience and somewhat Zen attitude in order to continue their work properly. Whatever they are working on will be a success, but the timeline is measured in seasons, not days or weeks. That goes back to the card I had last week, y'all. Obatala Jr. Yes, very much. Success in time, needing to roll with what is beyond your control, physically demanding times that require rest. Do not lose control. Do not drink, attend to your fitness, and listen to music to heal your soul. So let me tell you something. I lost 6 pounds in the past week, okay? Because I've been attending to my fitness. I haven't drank actually at all. I thought about it, and then something stopped me from doing it. I got all the liquor in my house, baby. I got wine. I got liquor. If I were to turn my camera around, you'd be like, "Bitch, are you okay?" Because my whole little, I have like a little bar in my room, and it's right on the other side of this camera right now. Okay, I'm looking at several bottles of wine. Okay, several. Anyway, and listen to music to heal your soul. The past 2 days, I've been playing music nonstop. Okay, communion, yes, amen, amen. So yeah, I have definitely been trying to do some of these things. So apparently, I just need to continue upon that path. And as y'all know, I'm like working on my wellness coaching and things like that. And so I really got to be well in order to coach others on wellness because you can't be 200 pounds talking about fitness. That's not how it works. So I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working. So that popped up. Look at me. And then my last card was the Ace of Discs. So this is an Osayin card, okay? And I had an Osayin card last week too. So we see the herbs, okay? The herbs. In the symbolism, Osayin is working in the forest, collecting herbs to work with. A wide selection of herbs symbolizing that everything has its use. When this card arrives, it announces the start of something that will change the person's life for the best, like a seed. However, it is delicate at first and must be tended to in the right ways. This goes back to not cutting corners, doing things the right way, which is what both of the first two cards said, right? A new job, career, or opportunity. Praise God. A person who isn't noticed. Nah, I'm not gonna do that with that. I don't think that's part of it. A chance to show your mastery over many things. Be studious. Go to nature for gardens. Go to nature for guidance. I've been trying to get back to the park, and I don't know why I haven't been. And so I definitely need to go sit in some nature because I haven't been able to do that. The most nature I've had is my balcony, um, which is not enough. So yeah, I definitely feel like I need to go sit in the woods, be on my Ogun Ochosi shit in the woods for a second, just to help center myself. I haven't been able to do a whole lot of grounding recently, and it sounds like that's a corner that's been cut that I need to fix. Uh, I need to get back in the field, literally, um, and clearly work with some herbs because I keep getting that. So, gotta have compassion for others and chill out and work with the herbs. So my one sentence is, hold on, let me think about it real quick. Let me think about it. So my one sentence would be, I need to do things in decency and order. That's my one sentence. Who wants to go next?
You can keep it the same order. So for this one, I actually use my time travel oracle deck because I just love it. And I just want like one like clear card. And I also did double check with my tarot. My tarot said, we're not giving you shit. So I was like, okay, stand on my business. But the card I got was communication, which definitely resonates. It's a little bit about what I was speaking of, to where I tend to like pull back away from my community. I don't really speak up about myself or what I know. There have been a lot of times where like conversations have been happening and I've like had things to say and I just didn't. Um, but also just knowing that like my words have a lot of power. Literally my power of Fauché is one of my gifts. So definitely like speaking up, speaking out, not being afraid to like get on that platform. And I laughed because like I also have been getting this feeling like I need to start like teaching at any capacity. Whether it's just informing my community about things or like being a part of those conversations. I have been getting this inkling like I felt, and I always felt like I was gonna be a teacher, like even like growing up and stuff, I was just like, oh, I don't know how that's gonna work. But the message of from the book says true authentic communication can be healing and empowering. Be willing to speak up for yourself and from your heart. You can heal yourself and others through communication. Take a risk and have courage to speak in a forthright manner. Share the unspoken darkness that may lie heavy in your heart. Even if you are hesitant or afraid of being rejected or misunderstood, this can ignite almost miraculous transformation and healing. However, be discerning with whom you share your truth, which obviously is just about my community, so there's that. And but it does say that there are some people who no matter what are not going to be able to receive. So meditate, speak to their higher self. So that's like Ori work, which also is heavy in my path. So like speaking to their higher self to higher self conversation, and then allowing that communication, that transformation, that healing to flow through in their own divine timing for wherever they're at right now. Um, this card can also indicate that it is time to teach or expand your capacity as a teacher. Teach what you know, teach from who you are. And also a time to open your heart, commune with the divine. So things again that I've already been like, okay, I need to like, I want to meditate more. I deeper conversations are happening with me right now, which I was going to bring up at the end of this. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, just like communication as a whole, because again, like it said, it's like I get very much like, I'm just gonna sit here, I'm just gonna keep it in, I'm just gonna da, 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 da. I'm just gonna like wait to be asked or something. But it's really that thing of like, again, my guys are like, no, like you belong on the podium, basically, not on the pedestal, on the podium. You belong out there, which is why I experience so much as well. In my human design, I am meant to experience things so other people don't have to because I'm meant to lead and teach. So yeah, it's about time that I start,
What's
opening.
your what's your human design? And I'm asking this as someone who's becoming an advanced practitioner in human design. I'm just curious.
Yes, it's one of my gates. It's like one of my gates.
Oh,
I can give you my whole chart. No, it's in my human design chart.
okay, okay. What
I'm
are
like,
what is your profile and your type?
I am a 3-5 martyr.
Are you a projector?
No, I'm a generator.
Okay, okay.
I'm a generator with an emotional center. And yeah, the 3-5 martyr is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like gates 9, 16, 32, 40 something and the thing. But basically it's like I am meant to like enhance community and also lead my own community.
Mm-hmm.
And I am meant to, go through this, the martyr thing, go through things so other people don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm meant to lead, and my life path is 7. So life
Mm-hmm.
path of the leader. So like literally everything within like my makeup is always like, what are we doing here? And I'm like, yeah, okay, okay.
It's funny that you said that because in the class that we just had last week, somebody asked, "Is it similar to your life path number?" And I said it can be, but it's
Can
not
be.
not
Right.
always because I'm a 4-1 manifesting generator.
Mm.
I am life path number 4. I am a 4 of diamonds. And my name is the master number 22.
Mm.
And also all my prayer times equal 4. So
That's crazy. Okay, Lagoon.
the number 4 is big
Yeah.
in my life specifically. And so yes, I we'll talk about that a little bit later. I will start having services related to human design at some point, but once I finish my training, because I can run the reports now. They're
Yeah.
like 60 plus pages.
Yes, they are.
All my students got theirs. And I made a sheet, like I made a cute little spreadsheet of everybody's things and their gates.
Oh, I
And
love
then
that.
I told AI to find the gates and like the similarities and things like that. So like Katie and Gabby are the highest connecting as far as gates. They had 13 mutual gates, which makes sense because they're best friends,
Crazy. Yeah, that's
right? And
crazy.
then Rika and my son have 9, and my daughter and I have 9 that are shared. And so it was really interesting as I was looking through, and then I could see the dynamics of my group because I put it on a spreadsheet. So I could see the dynamics of my students, and I'm like, oh, this makes so much sense. Because Gabby was like the opposite of everybody, but that made sense
Yeah.
because Gabby as a person is the opposite of everybody else that's in the group. And
Yeah.
like, wow, this is something. This is
That's crazy.
something. And Gabby and my boyfriend had a defined head, and nobody had a defined head. And I'm like, oh,
Dang.
this is something, because they're both very stubborn and very like
Yeah.
whatever they think is how it is, and getting them to think outside the box is very hard because they have a defined head center. And I'm like, well, that makes so much sense. So
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm the queen of clubs. Um, my
I,
sacral is fixed. Huh?
I think my boyfriend is too.
That's crazy. Yeah, my sacral is fixed, my solar plexus is fixed, my heart is fixed, and my G center is fixed.
Oh wow.
Through spleen, throat, everything else is open.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so I have the 40-37 gate, so the channel of community, meant to improve communities and then create my own community. That's the whole thing. So yeah, I gave out my whole little breakdown there. But yeah, so that's been that's been in there. I love
It,
it. It's
how
so interesting.
no matter what. Like it always makes sense when you get into it. I love it. All right, Monse, what you got? How are you supposed to be more into community?
Okay, so I got the magician. So basically, this is understanding what talents that I have that would be beneficial to my community. So and also taking initiative on those talents. So not just blindly volunteering or doing certain things, like actually having an actual purpose to what it is that I'm doing for the community. So with the Three of Cups, this is kind of like using my talents to actually bring the community together. So whether that be through like some small events, it doesn't have to be anything pricey or anything like that. That could be like, a little back to school cookout or something at a park, or having, I don't know, like I've been kind of thinking about some things to do for the kids, considering like I used to be a teacher. So really doing some things outside of the classroom for the kids in the area. I am in a more up and coming area, still developing. So there's a lot of new schools around the area that are being built. So kind of getting in touch with possible the teachers at the schools or the kids that live in the neighborhood to figure out like what exactly it is that they need for this upcoming school year and things like that. And then I got the Ace of Swords. So I got a lot of ones in this reading, a lot of taking initiative action. But with this also, speaking with clarity, pointing out any like social injustices that are happening within the community. I had been kind of off with working with a my former therapist. She has a nonprofit organization that is called Theater for Social Justice, where we talk about the different social injustices of people of color, people with different, like if you're neurodivergent, things like that, and kind of acting out those scenarios to really kind of get a feel of what it would look like if we were in that same situation as someone with these special needs or anything like that. So kind of getting back into that, stepping back into that role as well. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting that you all were talking about it because, like, I am a life path one, so natural leadership is my thing. So always taking initiative. I do find myself being placed in positions where I have to kind of take the initiative, even if I am trying to give it to somebody else. It always ends up falling back on me. So I'm just like, okay, and I just recently, as a matter of fact, I was recently asked at work to join our inclusion and belonging committee at work. Like I'm on our what we call our TM. Our company's name is Taylor Morrison. So our TM Living community, where we come up with all the different quarterly events for the company. Then our Kudos committee, where we just kind of show our employees our appreciation for what they do. But our IMB committee is more so centered around like getting to understand different cultures that work within the company. And just kind of bringing, like, I think we just recently had this whole assessment about neurodivergence, like just the different ways it shows up, how women kind of are misdiagnosed and underrepresented when it comes to neurodivergence, like, ADHD being only pointed to where men are the only ones, white men in particular, are the only ones who were diagnosed with this. But come to find out, there's a lot of us as women that have been walking around with this and we just haven't been represented. Yes. Hello. So so and then for us it just looks like overachievers, and we highly function in stressful situations. People think that we have an attitude, and it's like I'm just having an anxiety attack. So but
Like
yeah, so
the anxiety attack that's been brewing for 3 weeks too. Like
yeah,
just like, oh no, it's just this moment. Like, no, there's been several rounds of foolishness
yeah,
up to this, and now we're at the crux
we're
of
at the peak.
we're at the peak because all this needs to happen in 3 days, and y'all keep fucking with me.
Yeah. And it's like you think it's an attitude, but it's really me just trying not to lose my shit because I'm screaming internally, but you're
It's me actually
so
losing my shit, and you're about to get
yeah.
the backhand of it in 2 seconds if you don't leave me the fuck alone.
It's like
Because why are you bringing this to me? Don't you know I have things to do?
yeah,
What don't you have things to do?
exactly. So
Problem solve this one. You're coming to me asking me for help, and then you're
yeah.
mad because you're one of 50 people at the same time asking
Mm,
for help. I'm tired.
yes. Yes, I'm exhausted. So my one sentence to that is to um, figure out what my strongest talent is that could be beneficial to my community. And then finding a way, well, basically find that one thing that is beneficial to the community and use that to bring the community together, and then bring a highlight, what it is that we can do better. So
I love it.
thank you.
I love it. Y'all did so good. This reading was very enlightening.
Yes, it really
So,
was. It very much so was.
It was a
but
little,
also very obvious. Like I said, I always get readings where it's like I mentioned in my first one, like, bitch, you know what to do. You know what's going on.
I can honestly say that when I'm reading for myself, I'm never surprised. Even if I'm getting every follicle snatched back, even
Yeah.
bald headed
I said
after
no more wigs. There's no more wigs to snatch at this
it's
point. You're bald. And we're not giving you another damn wig.
We have done the big chop. We have
Yeah.
shaved it down.
And it's not growing back until you get your shit together. Okay, okay.
Exactly.
yeah, it's Jesus, my God.
Agree.
Yeah, so it's and usually when other people read for me, I'm also not surprised. I'm like, yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it. I just be surprised that they told them that. Like, damn, they told you that. All right.
I've
Hmm.
gotten literally a lot of the same readings. I like my first like reading was like in high school. I went to like this palm lady, and there are things that she has said that's been in like my Lege divination, and that's been like in other divination people. I'm like, oh, so they're just out there telling my business. Cool, that's fine.
Telling the business. Like, dang, you
That's
didn't.
fine. They're like, well, you're all over here asking, and we're telling, and I'm still like, I don't know. I hate it. So annoyed at myself. You know what's
Uh,
crazy? My name, like my full name, my first, technically my middle as well, and my last name, they all add up to eight. My name number is six, but like Jordan adds up to eight, Mason adds up to eight, and Alexandria is 44, so it's the master number. But if you break that down, it adds up to eight. I'm like,
Mm.
that's really crazy, actually.
Yikes on a bike.
Oh, that's really
Sure.
crazy. If you have a master number is six. I mean, my name number is six when you reduce everything.
Yikes on a bike, friend.
That's crazy.
Are you Obatala Jr.? What are we talking about?
You big T, little T over that.
Well, I am covered in the white cloth, you know?
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You are covered in the white cloth.
Oh, Bachelor the third.
Listen.
No, for real. Because I am definitely Princess Alyssa Jr., so I have to be a bottom. I was like,
So
mom thinks that she can make me, but I am named after
My
my
name is his daddy name.
it's gotta be one in every generation, right?
Gotta be. It's how we keep
Because
it all
you're
together.
for the
This
next generation. So you know,
keeping this shit together
listen, my God, wisdom rain
as
down
best as we
upon
can. As best as we can.
wisdom rain down upon me. Can't wait to see what your EFI name is gonna be.
My goodness. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing about communications. I've told you before that Arumula was in my ancestor life path reading. I
Mm,
definitely got throat worse too. Right there in the pit.
my God.
Open
Oh,
throat center. Jesus.
well, we've all been a little lightened. We all we all have our marching orders. Okay.
Yes,
So we
yes.
We're
gonna have
ready.
You know what to do.
We're ready. We're ready.
the plan. It's 4 o'clock Eastern time. It's one
Mhm.
o'clock for you.
Yeah, I was like, yikes,
Also,
y'all
uh
day going.
we got a couple hours of the day where we can, maybe write a plan today.
Yes.
Plan today. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the full moon come and you ain't wrote shit down yet.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta set the intention. We gotta be better and do better. So I'm a I was taking the pictures and doing all the things because y'all know I put them in my little document.
Yeah.
So
Same.
I'm gonna write it out for real. Um, and then I'm gonna do a little action plan for myself.
There we go.
See what see what I can make shake.
Mm-hmm.
I do need to work on some things. I got to get ready for that shadow work mentorship in October. I got to start marketing for that, and I got to finish my practical priest. I have to change it to practical priest mentorship because we got so many guys now.
We got some men's coming
All
in.
right. All right.
So I can't be saying priestess. They gonna be like, "Girl, I have a penis."
No,
So
literally, that's why we had O'Shea and there was a guy in there. And so, I usually like the she who, and I was like, I did she, and then I did he after. I did everybody.
good job,
I
good job.
switched it up. Yeah,
Inclusiveness.
no.
We
Are
see
you
it.
continuing with these for next month? Me and Omi are gonna do the calendar today. So
Yes. So the only one that I won't do, the 9th is my birthday. So I will not do one
you do not work on your birthday.
that day. I may do it the day before instead. It depends. My boyfriend's schedule is going to change. I don't know how that's going to work. Uh, so we'll see. I'm definitely not doing it on my birthday though.
Yeah, this shadow work mentorship.
It's going to be great because you've never
I'm just a little kind of like,
you haven't done it yet, have you?
no.
Ah! It's gonna be
And I
so.
think my yay has been like waiting because she keeps like, yeah, people need shadow work here, and I think she's been waiting for you
Yep,
to
yep,
get it
yep.
together. So this is gonna be
So
fun.
Shadow Work Mentorship is coming October 1st through 21st. It's 3 weeks.
Whoa, whoa.
Right before we get into the ancestor veneration and things like that. Right before the veil is thin, we're gonna get our minds together.
Hmm.
My God.
I would say,
Wonderful.
well, my birthday is October 21st. I will be in New Orleans around
Hmm.
that whole
Ooh.
week.
Love that for you.
So,
That'll be a good
I'm
time.
about to say what a
yeah,
wonderful what a wonderful time and place to have
A
yeah.
days
wonderful.
of your shadow work.
My God. That last week, I'll tell y'all right now, the last week of the shadow work mentorship is a lot.
Yikes.
It's emotionally
Oh,
Mm,
sure.
a lot.
good.
We're gonna make a bone broth.
Ooh,
Hmm.
it'd be nice.
Um, there will be a bath.
Oh,
There's some candle work, obviously, right?
clearly,
So you're saying I'm just gonna be mounted all of October. Great. Good
And
to
a
know.
lot of journaling.
pretty
Let me prepare
much like
myself.
October about
There's-
to be lit.
Make sure you have a box of tissues because you will cry. You will cry. Even if you're not a crier, you will cry.
This would be a lovely way to end out the 30s.
You know? Nice and fresh.
Yeah,
Nice and integrated, you know?
Yeah,
you will cry.
be turning the big 4-0 this year.
Ooh.
Welcome to the club, my friend.
Hello.
In there.
49 years.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be 41 on my birthday. So
Yes, darling.
yes, welcome. We have cookies.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Are the cookies laced?
we see we're at the age now where we have cookies and we distinguish who made the cookies and what's in them.
Yes.
Okay.
We need to know.
No, both of
Usually when you know who made them, you know what's in them.
them. We have
Because
both
if
of
I made them, please understand.
who made this cookie and this cookie. Here is 3 nut-free cookies, and here's the cookie with nuts in it.
Yes.
All the way on the other side of the table.
The cookies I make, you
Oh,
may
man.
not want to make plans for the next 24 hours.
Don't plan to do nothing. As a matter of fact, we're spending the night. It's an over.
Yes.
That
Everybody
part. No kid
bring your
zone.
sleeping
No
bags and
kids
lay down.
on. We're just here.
We've got sleep. We've got lots of blankets and
Kids are
pillows.
at the house down the street.
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody else gonna have to go walk that dog because nobody.
We will not be functioning.
No, we're not going out of. We're not going outside.
No.
Everyone stays in the house. Nope.
Yes. I cannot be accountable for you to taking wild trips somewhere.
We've got water. We've got lots of water.
We have food.
We've got lots of charcuterie.
Love charcuterie.
Lots of girl dinner happening here.
Charcuterie is my favorite.
Yes, we love charcuterie. As a matter of
Yes.
want another one. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining me today. Thank you for being open and active. Uh,
Oh, this is the one thing I was gonna say. So lately, I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know if it's like past life integration coming up, or I don't know if it's people trying to talk to me. But I've been getting these things, and it's like at night, obviously, in the times. And when it happens, I notice my altar candle is burning bright red, like not like regular, like I look up and it's like red. But what happens is like I have this thing to where like I am anxious that like I forgot who I am and I'm like different people. So like it happened last night and I was like this white woman and I was like, wait, like it was just really and it's so hard to explain, but yeah, it's like, oh no, I'm forgetting who I am. And I like freaked out and then I woke up and then I kind of forget like who I am like in this life right now. And I'm like, oh no, I forgot who I am. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, like I'm here. And it's been happening like bit by bit each time. And it's like always like, and I'm just like, something's going on here. And like I talked to my yaya about it a little bit, but I'm just like, what is that? So yeah, that's going to
you might be doing a little astral projection,
I think I
a
am.
little time travel. So do some grounding work while you're awake.
Yeah. And
Um,
it's giving it is because like
yeah,
and there are some things where I'm like, no, like I am this and then yeah, I wake up and I'm so confused. I'm like, who like I have to like distinctly remember, oh, this is my room like right now in
yeah.
this thing because I've just been somebody else. Or like I'm in that like waking state and then the old whatever past life me is like, oh no, like I'm forgetting again. And then like that's that transition thing. And
Mm,
I'm just like,
mm.
okay, so apparently past lives are about to start teaching me some lessons.
Yeah, but also remember, as Ia always says, everything is just one big moment.
Right. And that's the part.
So like everything is happening all at once.
Yes. And I think my spirit is now bloop, bloop, blooping
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all over
While you're
the
sleeping,
dimension sphere. Yes.
it's
And
doing.
again, when it happens like distinctively, when I'm waking up, my altar candle is like bright red.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm like,
you're writing them down or
yeah,
saying it. If that's easier, just turn your recording on your phone
yeah,
real quick and just record it, whatever you need to do. But then do some grounding work too. Make
yes.
sure that you get your feet, your skin is in some soil.
I've been doing that. I've just been like laying like full spread on the grass, just like,
Yes, make
please.
sure you're doing that, and not the sand, like not the
No,
ocean,
no, 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 no,
not the
no, no,
ocean.
no, 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 no,
Some
no, no, no,
people
no, no,
they
no.
don't
The
they
grass and the dirt.
yeah, dirt,
The
dirt,
grass and
your
the
yard
dirt.
or like a
Yeah.
safe place, but nowhere near water. Like,
No.
keep the water away from you during this because that ain't gonna do nothing but have you
Yeah. Yeah,
dancing like
last night I was like, not a white woman.
shit. We don't need that. We
Yeah.
don't need the
That's
acrobatics
cool.
mentally. We gotta calm it down a little bit. Yeah. So definitely make sure.
And the crazy part is it first happened the night before Legends.
Oh, and you're coming up on is your anniversary
It's
just
the year. It's the year today.
yeah.
So, and then it happened last night. Well, it happened today because it was already after midnight, and I was like, hmm. So apparently that's gonna be happening even more as we go into this next year. So
Yeah, your spiritual gifts. That's one of the things about like so your spiritual gifts will start to kick in more, and that is probably one of your gifts. It just
it is one too, because it's also one that for some reason, because I've done a divination of like what like gift am I underutilizing, and astral gift was the one apparently that
Mm.
I need to
Have you
utilize.
seen the video that's on my channel about astral projection?
I don't think so.
I'll find it and send it to you. There's one on my YouTube channel that your godmother and Oshun Bole did about astral projection.
The dream one?
They taught it. There is a dream one, but there's an
Oh,
astral.
there's a separate one. Okay, yeah,
I'm
I need
pretty
to look at that
different.
one. Yeah.
I,
Okay. In the dream one, they were saying they were gonna do another one that was astral, so I'll look for that.
I think I think they did, and I think it's on my page. I think they're both on my page. I let them use mine because they didn't have a YouTube at the time. Neither one of them did, so I
Yeah,
let them do it for mine.
we're gonna get that together because I was like, okay, this is more
Yeah,
fun. More fun things happening. Yay.
it's great. So yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Y'all have a good day. Have a good
Yes,
evening.
have a great time.
You
Uh,
too.
are y'all good with me posting this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
I wanted to make
I'm
sure.
supposed to be teaching. I'm supposed to be speaking out there to the masses anyway, so
Yeah,
Exactly. So
go for it.
you never know who this may reach.
Start today.
yeah. So they're gonna see all the things. I'm gonna leave the astral projection part in there too, so people can see. It's all helpful. It's
You're
all
not
love.
going
I think
crazy.
better about
Yes.
videos anyway. So we're
Yep.
gonna do it together, guys.
We got this.
We got this. Love y'all.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.